Good morning and welcome to Member Focus Monday. I'm Christina Schaefer, Director of Social Media for HAR, and today I'm pleased to be joined by HAR's Director of Video Services, Claudia Hernandez. Welcome back to the program, Claudia.
Thanks for having me, Christina.
Absolutely. Well, it's been a while since we had you on our program. You kind of kicked off the year with us talking about video and AI. Today we're going to have a little bit of a different focus. We're going to be talking about the ultimate video solution for Houston-area realtors, and I'm really excited to get into it with you. Before we start all of that, though, please tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, and what you do for HAR for those who haven't met you yet.
Great, thanks. Yeah, so I'm Claudia Hernandez, Director of Video Services for HAR. What that means is we provide all the video production for the association and our members as an additional service. So any video that you see across our platforms, on our website, those videos were produced by myself or someone on my team. So that's what we do. We create videos for you all, informational videos, tutorial videos, and we've been doing it for a long time. I've been with HAR for about 13, 14 years now, and we just love help marketing our association, and we would really like to help market our members. So we'll give you more information about that today.
Absolutely. So, I mean, you said 13, 14 years with HAR now. I would imagine things have changed in the realm of video. So how has how's the department changed, I guess you could say, in your time with HAR?
Right. So obviously technology changes in
Mm-hmm.
itself, right? Just from 13, 14 years ago to now, technology is very different. Things can be done a lot faster. And because they can be done faster, we do more of it. And the equipment is better and the tools that you use are better. So, we've grown, we've added people to the team, and we've also added locations. So I know you're going to ask me about those, our branch locations, and we have a studio at each of our branch locations to better serve our members. In the past, we had always been told, well, I would love to do videos, but your studio is out in Central and I'm in the Woodlands. I can't drive that far. It's not convenient for me. Well, now it's convenient. So there are zero excuses to get your videos done by us. So that's available to all of our members now, and it's definitely been helpful.
Excellent. So you said four studios. Where exactly are those studios located?
Right. So the central one is at our main location at HR Central, right off of the Southwest Freeway. Then we have the Bay Area location. We have Fort Bend, which is our original Fort Bend location, and then we have Montgomery County. And Montgomery County and Bay Area are inside of office buildings. If you haven't visited those locations after COVID, those locations did change. So if you haven't looked, check out our locations at the bottom of our HR TV page, and you can see the address for each one. Each branch has a studio. The same equipment that's at Central is at each one of these. So they all look the same. They all do the same thing. They're just a little different, varying in size. So we have to be careful on how many people we can fit in each room.
That's wonderful. And I was actually going to ask, is the service the same at each studio? Because some people might think, well, it's probably just best at Central and everywhere else it's just okay. But it
Yeah.
sounds like you've made them all just exactly the same.
They all have a teleprompter. They all have professional audio equipment, professional lighting. We have the same service for all of them. So the videos that you create at Central will be just like the ones you create at Bear.
Very good. So aside from your work that you do for the association, like you said, all of the videos you see on hr.com or across the things that we post on social media, what are some of the most popular requests that you get from our realtor members and from our affiliate members?
Right. So we get requests really just about anything, but mostly just requests to promote their services. So we want to provide those services to all of our members and our affiliate members. So what we're seeing more now is kind of video series, which people are coming in and doing multiple videos at once. Some of them are even coming in and doing those videos, hiring somebody else to edit those videos. But we just happen to have the equipment where we have the green screen, we have the teleprompter, we have the audio, and then, maybe you've learned how to edit and now you can edit those videos. But these longer kind of series of videos for longer playlists, for videos that you're going to share throughout the year. That's become a little more popular now because it's just easier to get it all out of the way, get it all done at once. People don't like being on camera, so they think, well, if I'm going to do this, then I'm just going to do it and get it over with, and then I'll come back next year and do it again for more videos. So we've kind of started seeing that a little more, especially with shorts. People want those shorter social media style videos that they can use across all platforms. There's no excuse now. You can use it on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wherever you post your videos and your content. So we're getting a lot of requests for that as well.
Excellent. And you provided us some quick examples. Do you want to tell us about the examples that we have that we can show today?
Yeah, so Kat Robinson, she's part of our executive committee team, and she wanted to create a bunch of evergreen videos that are just videos that they give you some information. She's trying to help the consumer, her clients, learn a little more. And I always tell our members when I'm teaching a class or I'm letting them know about these videos, these are so great to give them a little tidbit. Maybe you're out on the road, you're showing homes, you're busy. They ask you a question about closing costs or their credit or whatever the case may be. Send them the quick video like, hey, I'm going to get back to you, but watch this video really quick. And now you're giving them personalized service with you on camera, and you're kind of, giving yourself time as well to answer that question.
Great. So I think we have 2 different cat videos to share. We'll go ahead and show one now, and then you can set us up for the second one.
Hi, I'm Kat Robinson, and I'm thrilled to be your guide in selling and buying a home in Houston. Houston is a vibrant and diverse city known for its thriving economy, world-class dining, and rich cultural scene. I truly love my city, and I love selling it. Houston offers a wide range of diverse neighborhoods, each with its unique charm and character. From the trendy urban vibes of Rice Museum District to the family-friendly suburbs of Sugarland, there's a neighborhood that's just right for everyone. When it comes to selling your home, my team of experts will use innovative marketing strategies to attract the right buyers and get you the best possible price for your property. When it comes to buying a home, I'll work to find the ideal property that fits your needs and budget. My goal is to make your home selling and home buying journey as smooth and stress-free as possible. With over a decade of experience and having helped nearly 400 families complete the process, I know I can help you find your way home in the lands, lakes, and loops of Houston.
Excellent video. And I do have some questions about that, like her scripting and things like that. But before we get into all of that, what is the next video that you have to share for us?
Right. So the next video is one of her shorts. She shot about 7 of those. And, like I said, they're just informational videos. That was her introduction. That was letting people know who she is, how long she's been in the business, how many families she's helped, how she can help you. And then we just added in some B-roll to make it look really good. And this next one is like, you're already my client. Let me give you some informational content so you can learn a little bit more about the home buying process.
All right, let's take a look.
What are closing costs? When you finance the purchase of a home, you will pay fees to borrow the money and close on the purchase.
I'm going to take a sec after this to take a look at questions and comments.
Closing costs.
We don't have any
Be sure to ask for an estimated fee worksheet as a buyer or an estimated net sheet as a seller so you can make the best decision for your family.
Excellent. Love that short format, the vertical video. It's very active too. I really like seeing all that. I'm going to take a quick second to check for any questions. Now, if you do have questions for Claudia, please type those in. We will answer as many as we can. All right. So actually, we didn't have any questions come in yet, but we did have a couple comments I wanted to mention. Erica said, my cup of coffee in my hand, laptop open, and Facebook Live. I love Mondays. Dusty said, love that. I need to do one. So great. We've got some people excited and a whole bunch of good mornings. So good morning to everyone. Thank you for being here. If you have questions for Claudia, please type those in. So what different types of videos, again, can your team provide? We've seen a couple examples. What other types of videos can we provide?
Right. So we provide anything that can be shot in the studio. So if you want to create a series about the home buying process or a series about the home selling process, a video explaining what inspections are, a video recruiting. If you're a broker and you want to introduce people to your team and try and get them to come on your team, we've shot videos about that as well. Shot videos about the mortgage process, why it's great to sell your home during the holidays. Anything that someone has asked you during the home and buying selling process, you can create a video about. I teach a class about, exactly that, the content that you could create. I mean, create videos about seasonal things, just the rodeo, voting, tax season, all those things, just to keep your consumer and your audience informed. So it doesn't necessarily have to be just real estate, but in that real estate realm. So then we have groups like the Lux Group, who they came in, they did a luxury home network videos, just their main video of their group. This is an affiliate group. And then the members from that group, they stayed the whole day. They rented out the studio the whole day, and they set themselves aside in a room, and they had breakfast, and they all came in and did their own individual video as well. They helped each other out. So it was kind of like, they mentioned it was like their field trip for their team, and it was team building, and they chatted about what to talk about. They changed their scripts around, and they helped each other out. They gave each other confidence. So that's another option. Come with a group so that you're not alone, it's not overwhelming, and everybody can help each other. So any variety of video that you can think of that can be done in the studio, we can achieve that.
Wonderful. So for groups and an individual, this is an individual who did some videos with you?
Yeah, so this is Brenda Chambers. Brenda actually came from Florida. So she had heard about, she's an MLS member both in Florida and Texas. She's a realtor in both states. And she heard about the video services, and she was like, I have to do that, because where she is in Florida, they don't offer those services. So realtors in Florida are one-upping you guys. They're traveling to Texas and doing these videos. And because we offer that, so many associations don't offer that. And this is a service that we've offered for years for our members, but so many are not taking advantage of it. I'm excited for the ones that are, but we definitely need more of them to get their faces on camera.
Yeah, very good. We've got a lot of questions rolling in, so I'm going to take a sec to go through these with you. We had a question from Chevelle. It has been a while, so it sounds like she's done a video with you before. She said, it's been a while since I've done a video with you. How do I find out about the pricing for shorts? And we did have, Felita was also asking the cost for filming videos. So we haven't talked about cost yet. What is the cost for this service?
Right. So the cost is $99 plus tax, and that's for just a regular agent video, like the Kat Robinson video that you saw, where she's introducing herself, and it's just there's no special formatting to change the format for a short. We do change that pricing when it comes to the shorts, because we want to keep those obviously shorter. So we recommend keeping them at like 20 seconds or less. If you do multiple videos at once, we have bulk pricing. It really just depends on the length of the video, how many you're doing, what we're adding to the video, if we're adding captions, if we're adding emojis, are we adding photos? So the pricing can change, and we like to customize that for each individual person, because not everybody is asking for the same service. Like I said, some people come in and just shoot videos, and they have an editor that does it for them. I have somebody doing that on Thursday. And so that's a different pricing, because now we're not spending the time editing the video. So definitely just reach out to us, video@har.com, if you have specific questions for video content that you're wanting to create.
Right, especially if you have multiple videos in mind, it sounds like. Because Sylvia had also asked a similar question. She is a new agent. She just joined, so welcome, Sylvia. And she was asking, is it part of our dues or an extra cost? I think a good point to make, though, is that the fee you just mentioned, that is a member pricing that's not available to just anyone, right? Can you tell us about maybe comparable services and what you might be looking at elsewhere?
Yeah, and I do know there's freelancers that do that as well. There's people who do this. There's production companies that do it as well. And I have heard of some crazy pricing on the exact same type of video that we shoot. In comparison, $500 to $1,000 for that one minute video that Kat did, as opposed to $99 plus tax in our studio. So obviously that's just for our members. We're not, creating videos for restaurants and different places, because otherwise we'd be way too busy. But that's one of the extra services that we we have at HAR. And as those know that have been in other states or other cities, they know that HAR just offers so many services to our members, and that's just an extra one there.
Very good. A few more questions that came in I want to look at. Susan asked, I didn't catch if there's someone to help with editing. Now, I think you kind of went over this again. She said, or do I have to do that? So both options are available, right?
They are, yeah. Both options are available. But the original video that we've always done, we do all the editing. It's pretty turnkey. You come in, you shoot your video, we edit it for you, we upload it to YouTube for you, we post it, we upload it to your HR website for you. We provide you with that YouTube link, which is very easy to share across any platform. We also provide you with the video file so you can upload it to, say, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever the case may be, if you want it away from the HR TV branding. So those options are there as well, and that's all included in the price. So like I said, some people, they want to do multiple ones that somebody else edits for them. That's also there as well.
Excellent. Thank you. There was another question Felita had. I'm going to save that for just a little bit longer. And I misunderstood. Sylvia's not a new member. She just joined our session. So she's been a realtor for 18 years. So very good. Thanks for joining us, Sylvia. Okay, great. If there are any other questions, please type those in. We'll get to as many as we can. I still have more questions for Claudia that I would like to ask as well. And one of them being best practices, because I know in those 13, 14 years with HAR, you've probably seen it all. Let's say I want to create an agent promo video, like what you gave us that example of Kat's video. What are some of the best ways to prepare? And do I need to write a script, or is it best to just go off the cuff?
Right. So I always recommend having a script. Some people don't like having scripts because they don't like the way it looks. They think it looks like they're reading. It's just too monotone. But if you practice your script and you make it to sound the way that you speak, it's not going to sound that way. Kat didn't sound like she was reading. It sounded like Kat. So as long as you edit that script and read it out loud, practice it at home, read it to somebody else to make sure that it does sound like you. Do you say those words on a regular day? Maybe you're using words that don't copy and paste from ChatGPT, because they're going to give you words that are just not normal for you to say. So definitely practice it at home. If you don't want to have a script, you could just have bullet points, but it's just better to have something rather than nothing. I know some people can be amazing off the cuff, but you don't want to waste the time in the studio, like where you could be creating multiple videos with just one and just having trouble over and over again. Being prepared also helps keep your energy up in the video. If you come in and you've practiced and you're ready to go, then you're ready to go at that first shot and your energy is good. If you do it too many times, that fatigue kicks in and you get tired, and then you're not portraying the same thing on camera. So definitely just preparing yourself before you come in. Now, I know people are going to ask about scripts. We do provide script templates. We don't want to write your script for you word for word, because we want it to be in your own words, right? So on our website, we have some script templates. I know you're going to show that, but we can help you edit. If you want to send us your script ahead of time so we can kind of time it, so we can look at it and see if it sounds okay, then we're happy to help with that all the time. So just always reviewing, practicing, making sure that it sounds like you. Like I said, reading it out loud, reading it to somebody else, and just being ready to go. And we can offer that help with those tips and sample scripts on our website.
Very good. And I'm going to pull up that website now. We can post a link to it in the comments. And I think that's the question I have up on the screen is just how can we ensure that the video is impactful, right? We want to make sure that whatever we're saying, it actually matters to the client or customer.
Right.
So
one of those big things is making sure that you're letting them know what you could do for the consumer, right? Not I did this, I graduated this, I achieved this in my life. You know, the consumer just wants to know how you can help them, how you can sell that house for top dollar or help them find their dream home and negotiate for it. So all those things about how to help the consumer, how to help your client, that's what's important. Showing your value in those videos and how valuable you can be to them when it comes to this transaction.
Right. Remember, it's all about them, right? Very good. Checking to see a few more questions here. Did you say that HAR edits the videos? Yes. The answer to that was yes. Awesome. So, and I know we had this question also come in the comments. So I'm going to break up this question into two, because one of the questions that we had come in, and it was also a question I had for you, is what are your recommendations for makeup, for wardrobe, for hair? Because again, those are one of those things as you're getting ready to prepare for a video. Maybe you write the script, you spend all the time doing it, and maybe day of you're like, uh-oh, what am I going to wear? Right? So what recommendations do you have for that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people have this misconception that their video should be absolutely perfect, polished. Let me wear a suit and tie and wear this, ball gown or whatever. And yes, you should look nice, obviously, in your video. You should look put together. But I don't recommend wearing something you wouldn't normally wear to meet a client, right? If you're somebody who wears cowboy boots and a cowboy hat and button up in jeans to go meet clients, and that's kind of like your branding, that's your look, then you should wear that in your video as well. You want to be as authentic as possible. If you're a woman who only wears pants, then don't wear a dress in your video, right? So and vice versa. So you want to be comfortable. You want to look put together. Wear clothes that are comfortable for you. For women, for women and men, I do recommend touching up your face a little bit with some makeup. I always say wear more than you would normally wear out and about. You're going to be on camera. These are 4K cameras that are capturing everything. So you want to make sure to do a little bit more when it comes to hair and makeup, so that we do help edit with that. We help with the coloring and make you look a little more tan and, so a little more polished. So we help with that in the editing, but you want to be comfortable. You're not going to get through this video. It's already an uncomfortable situation being in the studio. So why wear things you're not normally comfortable wearing? You want to feel good about yourself, and you only feel good about yourself if you're wearing something that's natural for you.
Very good. And what about colors? But would I be allowed to wear this green?
Yeah, so you want to stay away from green. Obviously, we do shoot on a green screen because that's how we can get any background you want behind you. So that video with Kat, she shot those on a green screen, and we took out the green and we put in a new background for you. So avoid the color green, avoiding prints, but bright colors like red and blue and purple, like all those look really great on camera.
Excellent. Thank you so much. A question that came in from Demetria, she asked, what are the typical places that these videos are displayed that have the most impact? So you mentioned putting it on the HR agent website. You guys do that for them. Where else could they utilize these for the most impact?
Really anywhere. And I know you've talked about this in your sessions, and I've talked about this in my classes, and it's where you're going to get the most engagement, right? So if you have a pretty big following and engagement on Instagram, then post it on Instagram. Some people create videos to send privately to their clients. They don't even use them to post anywhere. It's just something that they send out to clients to help them understand more about the process. So maybe it's not something you're posting, it's this training content that you're using for later or in an email. So it really just all depends on the topic. The introduction video, like I said, we put on your hr.com page, but like the closing cost video, that might be something that she puts on her YouTube channel, or she sends out every month in a newsletter that she sends to her clients. Hey, check out this video about closing costs, and just in case you didn't know. So it really just depends on where your sphere of influence is. But you know what? Use it everywhere. You're creating it. So use them wherever you can, and then just see what bites, and then continue using them there.
Very good. And I would suggest don't forget LinkedIn, everyone. LinkedIn
is
another
LinkedIn
great place.
Huge on LinkedIn.
Very good. Thank you. So I see, again, a couple more questions coming in. I did want to ask about the informative type video. So the closing cost video, or let's say I've had a lot of clients and customers asking me about the changes within the real estate industry, and I want to come in the studio and create a video about that. What do I need to prepare, or is it different than preparing for an agent video? What would I need to prepare for a video like that?
Not really the same process of getting your script together, making sure you're saying the correct things, that you're pinpointing the points that the consumer wants to know about. The buyers want to know about these changes. The sellers want to know about these changes. Definitely follow HAR on social media and check out what we've been posting. When people ask, well, I don't feel like it's appropriate, I don't know all the rules or anything, well, see what we post and watch those videos, watch that information, the emails that we send out with that information, and then turn it into, edit that to make it sound like you're giving that information to your clients. It's the same like the market update. We put it out every month, right? But people take those numbers and create videos on their own with their own words. You just want to make sure that you're getting those points out specific to the August 17th changes. Make sure you're giving the correct information, but it's the same. Practice your script, review it with your broker, make sure you're giving the right information and that it's informative and that your consumer will understand it as well. That's not a lot of words that they're not going to get. So that's the point of creating these videos, is to inform them in a way that they can understand.
Very good. Well, Oscar is asking, where do we book? So how can people book an appointment with you in one of the HAR TV studios?
Right. So on that same website that we showed, I know we're going to share the link in the chat. You can check out the calendar and look to see how you can book on that same page. Before you book, go ahead and watch some of those sample videos, go through to the FAQs, because we might answer a lot of the questions from on that list that you may have. And if you're still not ready and you're not ready to book, I definitely recommend chatting with one of us first, myself or someone on my team. Christian Delgado can also answer all of these questions as well. Email us video@har.com. And if you're like, you know what, I want more information first before I, book this appointment. Maybe you want to do 10, but you're not ready to do it just yet. So definitely ask us all the questions you need if you're uncomfortable, to get you ready to book your appointment. So go on the website or email us first.
Very good. And Felita had a question earlier. How far in advance do we need to schedule that appointment? So yes, go book it, but obviously there may be other agents booking. How far in advance do you recommend they do it?
I really just recommend give yourself a week's time at least. So if you're going to book something, if you go on there and look for appointments for next week, that'd be good. Try not to book something for the next day because you may not be ready. So give yourself a week. But again, I just always recommend write your script, get ready with what you want to say, and then book the appointment. So that, because I think that's what keeps people back a lot. They get really excited and they book the appointment and they're scheduled, but then when the day comes, they're like, man, I'm really not ready. So try and get yourself ready before you book. And usually that, give yourself a week or so to think about what you want to say, what you want to write, what you want to wear. Some people make, salon appointments before they come in. So that might take a minute too. So about a week or so, but we have availability on the calendar for next week if someone's ready.
There you go. You mentioned earlier about teaching classes. So what classes do you teach for HAR, and how can people sign up for those classes if they're interested?
Right. So I teach 2 classes, a Zoom class and an in-person class. And one of them, the Zoom class is sort of like the beginner. It's called Braving the Video Marketing World. And it's mostly about content and what type of content to create. And then also I talk about equipment, using your phone, what type of equipment you can add to your phone, like microphone, lighting, editing on your phone, and all those things. We kind of specifically gear it towards phone editing to keep it simple. I don't want people to go out and spend a ton of money on video equipment just to get started. This is a good starter class for that. If you're like, you know what, I want to do them on my own. I want to learn how to do this. I think I can do it. That class is good, and that one's on Zoom. Once you've kind of already been creating videos, the in-person class is more of a little bit more advanced. We do shoot videos in the studio that day as well. That's why it's in person, and it's at the HAR Central location. And once, it helps do it in a group setting because you encourage each other, you help each other with your scripts. I walk you through the script writing process, and then I show hands-on AI editing. So how to use these AI tools to edit your videos that you just shot in the studio or that you shot on your phone. So there's a lot of really cool tools out there that help you edit things faster, that help you add captions, make them look fun, like the one I did for Kat. And so that's what the in-person class is, a little more hands-on, but you do have to go to the office to do that.
Very good. Well, tickets just recently went on sale for the HAR Engage conference, and you are a speaker at this year's conference. What are you going to be speaking about at Engage this year?
Right. So last year I did go over those AI tools, if anybody was in that session, and that was a lot of fun. And I think AI is great. I think it can be so helpful and efficient to make you work faster. But the biggest problem I see with agents is they're just not actually they're not doing it. They're not creating video, and they're just so afraid of what they're going to sound like and look like. And so my topic this year is more about just how to help you get yourself to actually do it. Like get in front of the camera and just pull out the Band-Aid and do it, because I think you're missing out. I think that you're letting your fear get the best of you and not get on camera, and you're just so concerned with how you look and how you sound, and you just have to do it. Just get those videos out there. And I think that once you start, that getting started part is the hardest part. You're not even going to worry so much about, I didn't get my hair done today, or my makeup isn't perfect. You're going to see the value in creating video content, and you're just going to do them in your car, in the kitchen, just whenever an idea pops up. So that's kind of where the session is going to go towards, is just getting you guys to actually do the videos.
Yeah, absolutely. Just do it. I feel like I've heard that phrase somewhere before.
It's famous somewhere.
Yeah, it's famous from something. Another question that came in, do you recommend full length video, so head to toe, or just waist up?
In the studio, we usually shoot them from the waist up, and that's really just because, you want people to see you. I think that full length works when you're doing maybe like an open house or showing a listing or something, you're walking around. It's really a preference, but the closer someone is to your face, the more likely they are to engage with you, right? So they get to know you a little more. They see who you are. They recognize you. And then the farther away you are, it's a little, disconnected. So it's a personal preference. My preference is a little closer up.
Okay. Also, pricing for the classes. So you mentioned a Zoom class and an in-person class, the intro and more advanced. What is the pricing for those classes?
I believe the Zoom is $25, and then the in-person is $50.
Okay, very good. And they're both eligible for CE credit?
Correct. 3 hours of CE credit for each one.
Very good. Zach asked a question. It just says Rode microphone, question mark. So got a little equipment question there for you.
Yep. There's several versions of it. We use Rode mics for when we're on location. So we have a Rode mic that you can attach to your camera. There's also Rode mics that you could attach to your phone. So Rode is a great microphone option. Highly recommend that. That's what we use. In the studio, we use Sony lavaliers, just because those are more made for studio settings. So, but on location and you're shooting on your phone. But you know what? You don't have to get fancy. You can use a Bluetooth mic. That's $20 from Amazon. It doesn't have a crazy, a big brand name, just so that your audio sounds better. But please get a microphone if you're going to shoot videos, especially the person who asked about doing them farther away. Get a microphone so that people can hear you if you're not as close to the camera.
Excellent. Another question here. What is the general turnaround time from studio to produced video in hand?
Right. So our usual estimation is a week. That's what we tell people when they leave the studio. It just depends on how many you're doing, how involved the video is, how long. Everybody's different. They're not all cookie cutter. So, I would say the estimate is about a week.
Okay. Very good. So you also oversee HAR's YouTube channel. Can you tell us what types of videos members can find on there? How do they get notified when you post videos? And a common question I know you also get is, are they allowed to share videos from there?
Yeah, absolutely. Any video that's on our social media, please feel free to share. If you go to the front page of HAR TV, you can go to har.com/HARTV, and the very first thing you'll see is our market update. And then right below that, you'll see all the rule changes that are coming on August 17th. And, people, you said, have questions about that. Share those with your clients. Those are huge, and they have so much information, so much detailed information. A lot of time was spent creating those scripts and creating the content that went into those videos to make sure that they're accurate and informative. Maybe you don't want to create a video about it. Well, you can share our videos, and we have them in English and in Spanish. And we have the market update videos, and we have events. Anything that you see on there, feel free to share with your clients, your customers, with your colleagues as well. Like, hey, check out this event that they had. Let's go to the next one. There was a network marketing event that we missed. Go check it out and see what it's about so that you can see. We also have a great playlist including tutorials on how to edit your own videos. So few years ago during COVID, I kind of kept it basic. All of the updated tutorials for this year are mostly AI apps. So sometimes you don't want to take a class, a 3-hour class to learn how to edit. Watch one of these 15, 20-minute tutorials at home. Make the time, put it on your calendar and say, you know what, I'm gonna sit here and learn how to do this, right? So take the time to look through those, how to use AI apps that help with captions, help edit your videos, help cut them, how to create content on different platforms like ChatGPT and Perplexity. So just check those out. Those videos are all on there and available to you all and available to share with whoever you want.
Excellent. A question came in from Natalie. Who should take the Braving the Video Marketing World over the Innovative Video Creation class? Is there a skill level that you'd recommend if somebody wants to skip the Braving the Video Marketing World class and go into Innovative Video Creation?
Yeah, I know I mentioned it as like a kind of a second level. I think that because the tools are a little more advanced, you might understand the AI tools a little more if you've already been creating video, but it's not a requirement. I've had people in that class who have never done a video ever, and they learned a lot anyway, right? So it's really up to you. I do think that in person, I've noticed that when I have the in-person classes, they tend to, you interact so much more with each other and you give each other ideas, right? And they're like, oh, well, I've been using this app. What have you been using? Oh, well, no, I used to use that, but this one is so much better. And so it's really a preference, but they do both teach different things. So take both. Do one month and then the other one another month, right? It's very inexpensive and they're available, so why not?
Very good. Well, Claudia, you've shared a lot of great information with us today, and I know our members, when we get a lot of questions like this, I know that they're really enjoying it. Do you have any final thoughts for us today? Anything else that you want to share with our members?
Yeah, just keep watching sessions like this. If you're really into wanting to learn how to do video and you're like, gosh, I need to do this, watch these sessions, go on and watch the tutorials, join us and engage, because I'll be speaking, but you're also going to be speaking. I know your session on AI and social media marketing, you're going to talk about why you should be creating videos as well and where you should be sharing them, right? Because it's just, you can't talk about marketing without including video. So go to the classes, take my classes or Christina's classes. There's other AI video classes that HR offers as well that are virtual. So check those out on the hr.com/edu site, keyword video, take some classes, go to engage, go to the area networking group meetings. You learn so much at those meetings, and there's special speakers there as well. So just get out and learn more about this topic, and then just do it. Just get in front of the camera and do it. And you know what? Maybe you create videos and you never use them, but at least you start practicing. You start doing them at home by yourself and you're getting used to the camera. But just get started somewhere, whether that's watching a tutorial or actually doing it. Just get started.
Excellent. Well, thank you. We've got members thanking you in the comments as well. I know they appreciated this. And the email address, one more time for them to reach you, is
video@hr.com, and myself or Christian will respond to your questions.
Very good. Well, thank you again, Claudia, for your time today. And thank you to all of our members who tuned in. Next week, we will be joined by Jeff Havsey with Moody Analytics, who's going to give us an update on what's going on in the commercial real estate market. We haven't talked about commercial on this program in a while, so that'll be a good update to hear from him. And then he will also be speaking at an HAR event later this year, so he'll tell us a little bit about that. So thank you again, Claudia, for your time. I hope everyone has a great week. Bye-bye.